Technology is said to be the future, while agriculture is perceived as archaic. With technological advancement, we move closer towards the cyber age, and with agricultural growth, we ensure our planet food security. But what happens when we focus on one over the other? At Enactus Vaal University of Technology, we believe that a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. It is through sharing our knowledge that we achieve mortality.
Ladies and gentlemen, embark with us on this phenomenal journey where we share 2 of our 5 life-changing projects, namely Mama V and the Communal Property Association, which includes Indali Agriculture and Bantu Bonke.
The Communal Property Association is a project that aims to alleviate farm-related issues that we have identified from farms within the Vaal region. The aim of the project is to maximize the farm's effectiveness and productivity in order for them to manage their current and future assets to their fullest potential.
In 2014, we began the Communal Property Association project, and we were introduced to Indali Agriculture by Professor Modise. The farm is a cooperative that was formed after the 1998 land redistribution that was conducted by the Emfuleni municipality. They were awarded with 372 hectares of farmland that was to be shared amongst a cooperative of 115 members, each representing their collective families.
A few years later, the farm started going into a bad state as a result of constant infighting amongst the cooperative members.
All this infighting eventually led to the disastrous collapse of the farm, resulting in many of the members leaving the cooperative, some of whom stole farming equipment, adding to the ailing situation. They did this fearing that the farm's demise was imminent, and they wanted to secure a financial future for themselves and their families. It came as no shock that when we stepped in 2014 and assisted them in conducting an audit, we discovered that they had amassed a loss of 19,435 rands and 13 cents. They'd also just lost an entire crop of eggplant, which was valued at an estimated 50,000 rands. Their desires to be members of the cooperative were waning, and this put pressure on their families, as for some, the farm was the only source of income.
We conducted a needs assessment and determined that although the farmers have the relevant skills and experience required to be good farmers, they lack the basic business skills required to be successful commercial farmers. It was then clear what we had to do.
We then hosted a series of workshops with the assistance of our institution, the Vaal University of Technology, where we equipped them with the relevant interpersonal, financial, managerial, marketing, forecasting, new age farming, and drought management skills that would enable them to thrive.
During this time, we further helped them to restructure the farm, and all inactive members terminated their contracts, leaving only 14 hardworking and dedicated members. This smaller group made the farm more manageable, and a new level of trust was established.
We then worked further with them to help them put theory into practice. More farmland was used for farming. A safe water system was incorporated, and all extra farmland was rented out to other ambitious farmers. And through our assistance, the farm even managed to secure contracts with Pick and Pay and Sanvers.
Indali has grown to such an extent that they have branched out into different agricultural sectors, such as pig farming, cattle breeding, and dairy production, directly impacting 14 people and indirectly impacting 28 people.
The results of our intervention are as follows. In the financial year of 2014 to 2015, the farm generated a profit of 250,596 rands and 15 cents. And in the financial year of 2015 to 2016, even after South Africa was hit by a drought that led to over 9.84 billion rands in lost agricultural revenue, Indali managed to, however, generate a profit of over 300,000 rands.
In June 2015, our achievements with Indali soon found their way to Minister of Small Business Development, Lindiwe Zulu, who introduced us to another farm in the Vaal area called Bantu Bonke. She believed that the farm would benefit from our intervention.
Now, Bantu Bonke is a cooperative with 17 members. It has 4 hectares of farmland where 18 hydroponic tunnels operate. Now, the farm received their land from the Mid-Vaal municipality with aims of uplifting their community, and they received their hydroponic machinery from the Rand Water Foundation. You may be wondering what hydroponic farming is.
Hydroponic farming, it's a method of planting vegetation in special soilless tunnels. A hydroponic system allows vegetation to grow at a faster rate by feeding it nutrients directly through water and not soil. The water is then recycled, meaning that no water is lost through farming.
Although the farm had state-of-the-art equipment, they suffered from the same managerial problems that Indali had. We applied the same approach as Indali and conducted workshops, and were even able to acquire 2 new markets for the farm. And within a few months, the farm's operations began to improve.
In the financial year of 2013-2014, they managed to generate a profit of 1,298,047 rands. And after our intervention in the financial year of 2014-2015, they managed to generate a profit of 1,939,519 rands.
Bantu Bonke has since been able to employ 5 more people, ensuring that their families are well fed and the standard of living is improved.
This is what our beneficiaries had to say.
Oh, baba ka so go nne ke wa support-ang ba leng sekolo ba ithuti yo mongwana mo sekolong tsa mo sekolo ene yo ne o la batho la budget ne ke sa kgone go isa fela ne la batho la budget ya ra kgone go bela sekolo.
Okay, la metsi tsa budget.
After more research, we discovered that according to the Free State University's agricultural economist, Sicelo Mnigi, as much as 90% of emerging farmers have to sell implements and cut down trees to sell as firewood because they cannot make ends meet as commercial farmers.
We then realized that the information we are providing to these farmers is extremely crucial, and we needed to find a way to provide it to more people.
This led us to begin developing our e-learning platform, FarmCove. With the app and website, anyone can read online, download material, or watch videos addressing the necessary skills we have shortlisted as essential for farm growth. These are skills we've shortlisted based on the common issues we've identified within our project.
The platform stores instructional articles, videos, and downloadable content that any registered user can access. The registered user will have a profile that will be their alias for communicating on the platform. The profile will contain some crucial information about the farm, such as the name of the farm, the location of the farm, the type of farming they are doing, and registration information if the farm is registered as a legal business.
Through the profile, users would then gain access to all the learning material for free, as well as a forum where they can communicate with each other. This would also place them in a single position where they can receive vital updates from their local municipality via targeted multicast messages based on their geographic location.
The application will also provide a learning platform that will be beneficial for anyone who wishes to start working in any field, but most especially farming. We saw this as a major need because most farms are struggling as a lack of these skills.
The platform is developed by an independent company, VUT, and is co-owned by VUT, the Technology Transfer and Innovation Department, and us, Enactus Vaal University of Technology. Our responsibility as Enactus VUT is to benchmark the application on 6 pilot farms to ensure the skills we are providing these farms do yield results. The TTI's responsibility is to ensure that the learning material we provide on the platform is market relatable, and VUT's responsibility is to ensure the continual maintenance and update of the platform. The platform will be using an advertising revenue model to generate an income so we can guarantee the sustainability and the continual upgrade of the platform.
We have started communicating with farmers within our community and are in the process of teaching them how to use the app. A short course has been constructed that will be administered through the app. We have also partnered with the Emfuleni municipality as they have shown interest in this initiative and are planning on bringing the Department of Agriculture on board.
After the course is complete, we will visit the farms to see if they're using the current skills we have taught them and if there are any areas which they seek more clarity in. We will administer those areas and then visit them after a period of 6 months to see if their general business processes have improved. We will then see if the results we have achieved on those farms are as relevant as the results we've achieved on farms that we've intervened on without the use of the platform.
And time and travel costs are minimized, as the farm's information is made readily available in a convenient location. We are in talks with our municipality and our institution's Technology Transfer and Innovation Campus to further roll out the immediate platform to the farming communities around the Vaal, thus growing the number of farms targeted by our CPA project.
Although the impact of our projects can increase the amount of yield that farmers produce in South Africa, what happens if you cannot store it for longer periods of time?
The term being born with a silver spoon in your mouth has been used across the ages to describe a child being well off from birth. Although many parents would love the opportunity to offer this privilege to their children, the sad reality is, in this economy, it is only reserved for a select few.
Meet Vanessa, whom we all know as Mama V, a phenomenal woman who took on the role of breadwinner after her husband was retrenched back in 2013. She then began to preserve various types of food. This enabled her to buy more food in bulk because she knew she'd be able to keep it for a longer period of time without the use of a refrigerator. Food preservation has the following advantages.
It prevents food from being spoiled by enzymes and microorganisms.
It increases the safe storage period of foodstuff.
It increases the availability of seasonal foodstuffs.
It increases the availability of a variety of foodstuff in remote locations.
And food preservation makes up for the deficiencies in the diet. We as Enactus VUT did not only see a talent and a hobby, we saw beyond that. We saw that she can transform a skill into a sustainable business. Mama V can bottle jams, pickles, sauces, meats, and baby foods in a variety of flavors.
Our team saw ingenuity and knew we had to step in. We knew she had found a gap in the market, and with our assistance, she could turn her skill into a sustainable business. We conducted a needs assessment and discovered that Mama V needed basic help in basic financial and business training. We also needed to help her find a market to sell her unique preserves. We identified events, common households, and flea markets as the perfect place to sell her unique preserves. Her small business has grown since then to the point where it's attracted international attention as tourists have had a taste of her jams and frequently request for more.
Even though there was a big market, the profit margin was relatively low because of the price of purchasing these glass bottles. We then established a bottle drive where the VUT community would collect used bottles and exchange them for a discount on any purchase.
Her products became so popular on our campus. Mama V, seeing the progress that she was making, started developing a range of products for people suffering from diabetes. These products are a turning point in her business as she's opening herself up to a whole new market.
Knowing so much about preserving food and never wanting anything to go to waste, Mama V decided that she wasn't going to stop there. She wanted to share her knowledge with the people in the community so that they could also be empowered. She wanted to show them that it doesn't take much to start earning an income. So we helped her devise a plan to start teaching the people in the community how to preserve food. This led to phase 2 of our project.
Our plan of action entailed getting Mama V to train our very own Enactus VUT members on how to make the products. She then transferred those skills to us, of which we later on transferred to 7 individuals from different communities around the Vaal.
The training we received included hygiene and safety, first aid, and production training. We then approached the Faculty of Management Sciences within VUT with the plan we and Mama V had. And they were more than glad to sponsor us with the training equipment worth 5,899 Rand. And the lecturers volunteered to offer the necessary business skills to the people.
By working together, we'll be providing a service to a community that has a large enough market to sustain them and their families, thus creating a domino effect that all began with Mama V.
With our intervention,
Indali has generated 300,000 rands in profit from 2015 to 2016.
They managed to buy 3 new tractors, replacing the ones that were stolen.
They grow more crops on more land, growing more crops using less water.
Directly impacting 14 people who are now able to take care of their children and produce more grain crops.
Bantu Bonke has seen a 33.1% increase in profit in the financial year of 2015.
With the use of hydroponic systems, they can grow their vegetables at a faster rate and lessen the impact of pests.
Directly impacting 22 people who are now able to take care of their children and grandchildren by ensuring that they never go to bed hungry, thus creating jobs for 5 more people.
Our CPA project has empowered and uplifted the people of both the Kamaland and the Three Rivers area, ensuring that their food is secured and knowledge is imparted.
More land is being used for farming in Indali, and any unused land is being rented out.
Less water is being used, and one of the farm uses hydroponic systems.
And many more people can go and reproduce these results, impacting countless people.
With Farm Cove, our time and travel costs are minimized.
Information can be accessed anywhere and at any time.
Making people's lives easier, now that is priceless.
With Mama V, we have generated 10,000 rands in 5 months.
We have been able to recycle over 2,500 glass bottles.
Mama V continues to feed her family healthy SAPS-approved preserves.
Showing the community that retrenchment doesn't always mean the end, but it could be the beginning of something beyond.
Mama V has taught us much more than how to preserve food. She has taught us how to pave the way forward.
With agriculture and technology on the rise, so is our interventions.
We believe that persistence leads to consistency, and consistency leads to excellence.
With hard work and commitment,
Dedicated to empowering those within our sphere of influence.
under the leadership of our president, Thabo Kakule, we have 81 active members,
1 faculty advisor,
1 co-faculty advisor,
2 BAB members.
And 15 active alumni.
Improving our community will never be impossible.
Mon nom, c'est Thierry Omari.
Lebitso la ka ke Malaysia Hlakwana.
igama lami ngingulwandile Dube.
Vito ra mina i Masingita Marungani.
My name is Mfana Futhi Khoza.
And my name is Basetsana Makume.
And together, we are Enactus Vaal University of Technology.
We will now begin the question and answer session.
All right. Thank you very much, VUT. My question is around the land that is not being used. So you mentioned that it's currently being rented out, and obviously you're fetching some sort of rental income, but is there a long-term plan to actually, because you will generate more if you actually utilize the land, is there a long-term plan to expand the project to use that and fetch more?
For your question, ma'am. With the rent that is being rented out, the long-term plan that we have is that with the profit from the profit that they're generating, we are going to implement hydroponic system on the unused land for future use so that they can generate more profit on it.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I was wondering if, regarding your app, if access to smartphones is a barrier.
Thank you for your question, ma'am. With the app, we provide both an app and a web-based platform for anyone to use. We're also looking into creating DVDs for any farmers who might be wanting to take part in the initiative but lack the resources to be to use for that event. Hope I've answered your question.
All right, VUT, thank you for that presentation. My question is regarding the market that you've secured for the 2 farmers. Judging by the profits after your intervention, 1.9 million over that. So I'm guessing that it's a mainstream market. And normally retailers in that industry, they prefer multinational commercial farmers because of reliance and reliability. So how did you manage to secure a contract for a predominantly medium-sized farming entity? And then the second question is about the audit of the farm. The gentleman on my far left spoke about that you conducted an audit and you concluded that the farm was operating at 19,000, over 19,000 loss. How did you get to that audit? Did you perform it yourself? Did you get assistance? How did you perform the audit? Was it substantive? How did you do it?
Thank you, sir. I'll answer the second part of your question. The audit was conducted by our lecturer at our university with the assistance of his colleague who is an accredited auditor. And the audit was done just for us to see the current conditions of the business. It was a reliable audit that was conducted.
Okay, thank you very much, Vaal University of Technology, for that wonderful presentation. My question comes with the Mama V project. What are the health and safety measures or accreditations that you managed to get with regarding bottling and preservation of her products, especially concerning collecting the bottles for the bottle drive? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question, sir. For the products themselves, we got them tested through the SABS to ensure that they are healthy and people can eat them without getting any illnesses. For the safety procedures used in testing the bottles, we used our school's laboratory to check if it is reliable for her to use those products and if the method that she's using are correct and do not introduce any microorganisms to the products.
Thank you, team. My question is related to the activation plan for Farm Cove. I just wasn't clear if you have a number, what the number of current users is, or if you're still planning to roll it out, is my first question. And the second one is, how many people or farmers do you expect to touch with this application?
Thank you for your question, ma'am. The platform is already developed, but we will be launching it on only 6 pilot farms, so we can ensure that when we launch it for worldwide use, we have results to show that this actually does work. And the platform will be launched immediately afterwards with the help of our municipality to ensure that we do reach as many farms within the area as possible. Thank you.
Good morning, thank you. Have you, in the farming incident, have you taught the community to be able to measure their own financial profitability? Is that part of the rollout plan?
Thank you very much for your question, sir. Yes, we have taught them how to use it, and we are in the process of teaching the youth now from the different farmers how to implement those skills so that when the old people exit, now the youth will be there to run the farm on a regular basis.
Your time has now expired. Judges, please help me in thanking Vaal University of Technology for the presentation